Hello, my name is Laura Pear, and today I'd like to talk to you about the most common misconceptions in arbitration. Most people will tell you that arbitration is faster, it's absolutely confidential, it's cheaper, and that you can choose your own arbitrators, and that you can choose your own judges. Some of that is true, and some of that is a bit misleading. So let's start with the first. Yes, you can choose your own judges. But if you have done so in your arbitration agreement, there can be limits to that. There's also limitations when it comes to bias. So if one of the judge or arbitrator would be predisposed to your position, and limits that you can impose in the arbitration agreement itself, age, nationality, and so on and so forth. So as it's true generally that you can choose your arbitrators yourself, there are certain limitations. The other thing is time. While arbitration has less instances, like there's only the arbitration itself and then the enforcement proceeding, if however the instances in a regular court from their timely duration are shorter than the first instance, or the only instance in arbitration, that doesn't make it faster, quite obviously. Sometimes, especially when it comes to the availability of the parties or the availability of the arbitrators, an arbitration can take very long as well. Now, the next misconception would be that arbitration is absolutely private. No, it is not absolutely private. It all depends on your arbitration agreement. So if you want something that is absolutely private, then make sure that your arbitration agreement so specifies. If it doesn't, that doesn't mean that it's all the way public like a court would be, but there's still different degrees of privacy. The last misconception is cheap. Arbitration isn't necessarily cheap or expensive. It completely depends on the litigants and the amount in controversy. So from that perspective, it can be cheaper or more expensive than litigation, specifically if you consider whether you have 1 or 3 arbitrators, because each arbitrator needs to be paid, while a judge does not. Thank you for listening.